Hello and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody. On the Hammond organ here, it's very common for players to lay down their own left-hand bass lines, but it's quite a tricky technique. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the most simple bass lines just to get you started. As always, we have a cool backing track made in Band in a Box that you can all go and download for free and try this out yourself. And the techniques I'm demonstrating today, I'll be using the Hammond organ, but they also apply to piano, synthesizer and any other keyboard instruments as well. So yeah, let's get started. We have another 12-bar blues, but this time in the key of F, which is a very friendly key to play on the keys. All of the notes fall very nicely, both for bass lines, chords, and for licks, improvisations, and so on. But here are a couple of the things that we can do when we're starting to play a left-hand bass. The first thing, perhaps the most simple thing, is just to play quarter notes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Just on the root note of each chord. And although that sounds like it's really simple, it's actually quite effective and works really well. Sometimes you don't need to do anything more than that. The next thing we can do to add to this, give a bit more flavor, make it a little bit more authentic like a bass player would do, is to do some chromatic notes to walk into the next chord. So if we're going to the B, for example, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, approach it one semitone or half tone if you're in the US from above. And then when we go back down to the F, when we go to the C, and down to the B, and then down to the F. So usually a chromatic note from above. Sorry for the little blunder there with my little finger. But yeah, try and keep your hand locked in the same position. I don't want you to be playing with your same finger and just moving it up and down. I'm just using all of the fingers of my hand. Even getting my little finger involved, which I know is going to be tough for a lot of you, but it's a good thing to work on, especially when you're doing the swing stuff, which we'll get to now. So yeah, what you can also do to give a bit more bounce to the song, if it's appropriate, is to play the swung eighths like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's something you can practice also over and over again. Just loop the track, play that, just to get that really tight. If that is sloppy, it's just not going to work. You have to be locked in. It's all about groove and finding the pocket. So that's one thing you can do. Another idea might be to do fifths like this. That's pretty nice. Or you can swing it. Oh, like this maybe. You probably want to do it like this actually. Or another pattern that's quite nice is so there's a few ideas how you can get some nice swing stuff going on. Then there are some nice walking patterns you can do. I'll probably demonstrate this one during my demonstration as we go through the backing track. Here's a nice one. Oh, sorry, slipped off the keys. So up to the 6th, the 5th, the 2nd, back to the root. Or you can swing it. Another one that's really nice is this one. You start with the root and then go down to the 5th. You've heard this many times before. To the 7th, flat 7th. Where are we? yeah, I also need to work on all of these bass lines, and you can switch them in and out. You don't have to play exactly the same thing all through the entire song. You can play one style for one chorus and then switch it up a little bit if there's some solos going on or something. But yeah, you'll just have to experiment, see what you enjoy the most and see what's appropriate for the tune. Okay, let's play through the jam track now. Let's do simple quarter notes, just a pulse. Pay attention to the length of each note. Locking in with the drums, of course. You can do this for hours. If you're not getting this tight, then nothing else will be tight. Let's do it one more time with some chromatic passing notes. There we go. Down to the F. Always from above. You can get quite far even with this simple comp. Let's swing it. Hard to do with your little finger, but a good exercise. Again, try and make it really tight. Chromatic note. Let's do some swing fifths, up to the fifth. This feels good. Here's a nice pattern. You can play it swung like this, or just quarter notes, like this. Again, using the chromatic passing note from above. If you want to grab my backing tracks yourself, then just head over to Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description. Patreon is a site where people can support me, but I've made sure that this post is free and available to everybody, so you can all go and download it and have fun playing these bass lines and comps yourself. Wishing you the best of luck. Have fun. I'll see you again later. Cheerio.